I wish you a metal monthly. I wish you a metal monthly. I wish you a metal monthly. I wish you all new metal with no new metal. Howdy, Banger fans. Blayne Smith welcoming you to a December Metal Monthly. Look at that. We did it. We did it. This is Banger's holiday monthly look at what's coming out in metal albums. As always, off the top, here are some noteworthy releases in December. I mean, it's December, so there's not a lot of them, but definitely some. December 3rd, we've got Death Angel releasing the Bastard Tracks. It's a live album coming out on Nuclear Blast. We've got Genocide Pact releasing Self-Titled on Relapse. We've got Failure releasing Wild Type Droid. That's a self-released album. We've got Volbeat releasing Servant of the Mind Republic. And hey, we've got a band, Voltron, forming with Elder and Cadaver releasing Eldevar, A Story of Darkness and Light on Robotor Records. December 10th, we've got Pyrexia releasing Gravitas Maximus on Unique Leader. And speaking of Unique, we've got Bloodrust releasing A Legacy of Vengeance. It's independent, and it's the only metal band on Metal Archives listed as being in the Ilas Malvinas. So salute to you, good sir. It's what man? December 17th, Wombath? I've always thought it was Wombath and pictured a crazy demon wombat. Is releasing Agma on Transcending Obscurity. I believe that got pushed, so that's why you're maybe hearing it twice. We've got Murder Van releasing Crooked Smiles on Wormhole Death Records. And that's, like I said, you know, there's not a lot. It's December. Most people have made their album of the year lists already, so salute to the brave people out there releasing their albums in the graveyard of the month. Very metal. Now we get on to my 5 picks, and look, just because it's a slim month doesn't mean anything about these records. I combed and I found you 5 releases that absolutely fit the quality of every other metal monthly release that came out this year. First up, we've got some French death metal with Cadaveric Fumes, Echoing Chambers of Soul on Blood Harvest Records, coming out December 10th. Yeah, this is some French death metal, and unfortunately, I don't know who did this absolutely gorgeous cover, but hats off to them, you nailed it. And I've never had to sadly talk about a band in this show before, but here we get a absolute fantastic debut from a band that is no longer a band. They're releasing it and then they're breaking up. Womp womp. But hey, if you're gonna go out on top, and that's what we're getting here in the form of a great death metal record with an absolute ton of character. They have this like nice warm bath of a tone and feel to their traditional death metal that makes me feel great. There's gallops, there's dive bombs going on everywhere, but it's toward the end of the record where everything seems to start coming apart, I guess similar to the band itself, and there are some surprising break out of the mold moments there, and it's great to see a band experiment like this, and also infuriating to think about what this experimentation could have led to if they released like another album after this one. It feels very French. It perfectly balances art with gross. It's like you're watching someone live stream a trip to the Louvre while you're sitting in a pile of bones in the catacombs. Dudes, when are you gonna put some black metals in this episode? Right now with Doodswens? Lichtvrees, Svart Records, blah, December 3rd, I can say that. yes, this is some black metal from the Netherlands, and well, hot damn if two Dutch gals didn't come out of nowhere at the end of the year and create a really unique and awesome black metal record. We've got absolutely ice cold guitars that allow them to alternate between atmospheric and evil with ease. But what absolutely steals the show on this record for me is Inga van der Zaan. I mean, nothing here is going to be easy to pronounce. She's got a really unorthodox drumming style. Sure, she'll blast away, but I really love any time she's not. She's tossing in some fun little weird thing, playing around on the cymbals and toms. It's just that extra little touch that breaks up what black metal drumming sometimes real snark. It really feels a lot like a Bluedos Nord record, but with the roughness of an old school Norwegian one. Everything isn't perfect, but the little issues actually add and give character to the album that kind of make it feel like that early pioneering spirit of the genre, where it was meant to resist all the big buildup, as opposed to now when you get a lot of these large, massive, overproduced black metal records. Also, it must be mentioned, the second track is just a guy kind of angrily ranting while, like, I don't know, walking somewhere in a language I don't speak. I'm gonna guess Dutch, but maybe not. All I know is it creates a really bad vibe, and that is a perfect way to kick off a black metal record. It's so funny. It's the second song on the record. What a weird thing to do. Again, it's just that thing that adds character, makes it feel like that early stuff. It's so cool. Great black metal record. If you've been waiting for some black metal to kick off your holiday season, it is here. I absolutely never thought I'd say this, but here's some shred. It's Andrew Lee, Andrew Lee's Heavy Metal Shrapnel. Hey, Andrew, how the hell am I supposed to present this? It just says Andrew Lee's Heavy Metal Shrapnel. Anyways, it's an independent release coming out December 10th. Have a listen. Absolutely in love with the cover art here by Velo Josto. A beautiful rendition of the god out of San Jose, Andrew Lee. Just wish he didn't play one of those headless guitars. Blah. So for those of you that don't know, he's the guy behind the much lauded death metal act Ripped to Shreds, among other things. So I was pretty nervous when he announced a shred record, because shred records are trash. But here, you have a great one. Who would have guessed it? It all balances somewhere between rock and heavy metal, an 80s movie soundtrack, and a Mega Man X level theme. He's enlisted a great drummer in Zealotry's Alex Zatan, and somehow managed to write tracks that frequently have him soloing all over the place, and synthing all over the place as well, but they're always marching forward. You never feel like you've gone on some detour and you've totally lost the plot. A lot of shred records, a guy is just like, and you're like, is this song going somewhere? What the hell happened? But it always feels like you're listening to a song, and songs made out of wanking. I don't know how you did it, but again, I'm just gonna say I don't know how you did it after everything I say here. I think I know how he did it though. Andrew Lee is predominantly a death metal guy, whereas normally a shred guy is coming from like progressive, and so he's already gotten way off the path, and is way too comfortable wasting your time. And then he goes on to shred, and then he just, anyways, I'm not roasting shred here. I'm congratulating Andrew Lee for doing the impossible. You did it, homie. If you just love some fun 80s, like I said, 80s movies, classic video game soundtrack, there's something here for you. Definitely listen to it. Love it. All right, up next we've got Ethereal Shroud with Trisagion. I probably should have asked you how to say this name. Anyways, it's on Northern Silence Records and Throne Records December 10th. Let's hear some. So let's just start stacking genres on top of each other here. We've got some UK depressive black funeral doom. And hey, it's the end of the year, so just let me slide across your plate this quick little 3-song but hour and 4 minutes, just a little record, just a nice little appetizer before the main course. So here we combine the slow crawl of funeral doom with some black metal aggression, but it's depressive black metal, so it provides a great atmosphere that blends well with the funeral doom. And hey, look at that, we wrapped it all up with a nice bow for Christmas. Nailing that perfect wash over you black metal in the depressive kind is actually way harder than it seems, so I'm always thrilled when someone is able to do it, especially this spot on. It's a sound that I absolutely love and will never get enough of. And the transitions back and forth between the funeral doom parts are so smooth, especially because like the black metal parts, the funeral doom just has this full luscious tone to it, so you want to keep hearing more of both, and then you're jamming sweet potatoes and stuffing in your mouth at the same time. And hey, for Christmas, I did it again. Thus, we come to our holiday palate cleanse, and it's not a holiday album, don't worry. It's Megacosmus, Riptime on Wrathchild Records, December 17th.
The sirens are blaring, the gods are now weary. Shackles off, start screaming, you're in for a beating. Red-fisted razors in my grasp, we'll cut our way out of this trap. Follow me, cracking ribs and breathing mud. This game of death is played with blood. Slicing our way through the madness. Cut your way out. Raise a center.
What we've got here is some North Carolina heavy metal, and I like the cover art is like jamming sci-fi art with a surprisingly tasteful layout. Who would have thought? So this is definitely one of the most unique palette cleanses I think I've put here. The vocals will probably be the making or breaking part for everybody. It's definitely going to be the first thing that grabs your attention, and they're very weird. And at first I wasn't sure about them, but similar to 2018's release by Flight, they slowly became my actual favorite thing about the whole album, and I just want to sing along with everything Sean Buchanan sings. And his ability to tell a story through lyrics is actually a real talent, because the songs are stories, but they're still fun, sing-alongable songs. But the reason I came around to the vocals was because of the crazy catchy guitars that originally made me think I was overlooking the vocals instead of absolutely loving them. This is one of those bands that really takes advantage of the fact that they've got dual lead guitar players. So many different awesome things happen in every track, whether it's basically just starting a song with a solo or writing an actually catchy mid-tempo song. These are some top-tier finger wizards that just can't be beat. And you know what can't be beat? Our Patreon subscribers. Hey, you notice how this video didn't have anything weird in it? I didn't sell you a product? That's because the only product I'm selling you is BangerTV. So hey, for the holidays, get us the gift of being a Patreon subscriber, and then just comment, like, subscribe, all that. Love you, bye.